Despite the announcement of a ceasefire and hostage release plan in the Gaza Strip, Israeli forces continued their attacks on Thursday, October 9, 2025, striking multiple areas across the besieged enclave. Thick plumes of smoke rose over residential neighborhoods, while entire blocks of buildings were reduced to rubble, showing the extent of the destruction caused by the relentless bombardments. Footage from Sderot, as well as from other locations in northern and central Gaza, reveals widespread devastation, with streets filled with debris, damaged vehicles, and displaced families struggling to survive amidst the chaos. The US-proposed Gaza deal, approved by President Donald Trump, aims to implement a 20-point plan that includes the release of all Israeli captives in exchange for Palestinian prisoners, a full ceasefire, the disarmament of Hamas, and the rebuilding of critical infrastructure in Gaza. However, despite these agreements, the violence has continued, highlighting the fragile nature of the truce and the deep-rooted tensions in the region. Since October 2023, nearly 67,200 Palestinians, the majority of them women and children, have been killed due to Israeli military operations, leaving entire communities decimated. Thousands more have been injured or left homeless, with the constant threat of further attacks preventing families from returning to their neighborhoods. Hospitals and medical facilities in Gaza are overwhelmed, struggling to treat victims while dealing with shortages of medicine, electricity, and clean water. The bombardments have rendered much of Gaza uninhabitable, causing mass displacement, food shortages, and outbreaks of disease. Starvation is increasingly affecting thousands of families, particularly children, while international humanitarian organizations struggle to deliver aid under dangerous conditions. The psychological toll on civilians, including widespread trauma and fear, continues to deepen as communities cope with loss and uncertainty. International observers and organizations, including the United Nations, have expressed grave concern over the ongoing violence. Calls for immediate intervention and monitoring have increased, urging both Israel and Hamas to adhere strictly to the ceasefire agreements. Despite diplomatic efforts, the continuation of attacks undermines attempts to stabilize the region and prolongs the suffering of civilians trapped in conflict zones. As the situation evolves, the eyes of the world remain focused on Gaza, emphasizing the urgent need for humanitarian support, conflict resolution, and long-term strategies to rebuild communities while ensuring the protection of innocent lives. The Gaza crisis stands as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of prolonged conflict, the fragile nature of ceasefire deals, and the continuing struggle of civilians living in the heart of geopolitical disputes.